Hi everybody and welcome to today's edition of Take 12 with Kate. Today we've got 12 minutes in case you're feeling a little bit frazzled. Perhaps you went out to the grocery store or to the bank or did something essential and you just need a few minutes to unwind once you've gotten back home. Well, here you go. We're going to start with a little bit of cardio, get that heart rate up. We're going to start with a drill called fire feet. So you're going to imagine the ground is on fire beneath your feet and quick steps as fast as you can. Stamping that fire out, getting your feet out of the hot coals. And then we're going to add a few movements to this. We're going to do a pivot or a 90-degree jump to one side and continue with the fire feet. 90 degrees back. If impact isn't your thing, just stepping through it as fast as you can. Otherwise, go, 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 go. 90 degrees the other way. Go, 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 go. Get those legs moving, moving, moving. And back. Fire feet. Now we're going to drop into a squat. Fire feet, squat, fire feet, squat. Last one, fire feet, squat. Whew. All right, shake the legs out a little bit. We're gonna add to that squat. So remove the fire feet, sink into that squat, come up, kick it forward. Squat, knee comes up, extend, squat, kick, squat, kick. You can have the arms out for the squat if you prefer. And then, of course, as usual, going to the depth that works for you. We'll do one more each leg. Squat, knee up, kick it out. Squat, knee up, kick it out. All right, we're going to go to skier jumps now. So either stepping back and forth, or if you want to speed this up, you can. Or feet together, jumping back and forth. Your choice. Here we go. Big short bursts here, spiking that heart rate. 10 more seconds. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go into a lunge here. Right foot forward, step that left leg back into a lunge. Same thing, knee up, kick it out. Reverse lunge, just the right leg to start. Kick it out. Show you sideways. You're going to go to the depth that works for you on that kick. Be careful not to overextend, just to help practice your balance and get out a little extra energy that you might have. Last one. Awesome. Okay, we're going to cross country skiers now. So your feet are going to scissor back and forth. No impact, just stepping. If you prefer the impact or the faster pace, then scissoring the feet back and forth here. Like I mentioned before, short bursts, get that heart rate up. 10 more seconds. 2 and 1. All right, other side lunge. So you're gonna step back with that right leg this time. Sink into the lunge, bring that knee up, and then kick it right out. All right, we'll repeat here. Once again, at your own pace and to a depth that works for you. Knee up, extend. Last one. Awesome. All right. Shake the legs out here. We're going to do what we call airplane jumps. So we'll be on the right leg to start. You're going to tip forward into an airplane position until you feel a stretch up the back of the right leg. Drive the left knee up, little hop, stick the landing if you can, and then repeat. A little bit of balance, a little bit of work in that hinge position for the back of the right leg. And then because we're adding that jump, also keeping that heart rate up. Woo! How's my balance today? All right, 2 more good ones on this side. And then switch, opposite leg. Standing, leg straight but not locked at the knee. Tip forward, add that little jump. Or if you prefer no jump, just come up to a balance. Either version, whatever works for you and your body. Stick the landing if you can, otherwise just reset with those opposite foot toes on the ground between each rep. All right, last 1 or 2 here. Excellent. All right, shake it out. We're going to the ground. Now we're going to do a little bit of upper body. We're going to start with a push-up. So you have the option here. If you prefer to do your push-ups from your knees, keep your knees on the ground. Make a straight line from your knees through to the top of your head. Hands just below your shoulders or a little bit wider. Bending the elbows to about 90 degrees, pressing yourself up. So that's one option if you prefer full push-ups. Straight line through the top of the head to the bottoms of the feet. And then same thing, bending the elbows to about 90 degrees. Keep those elbows back. Don't let them flare up and your shoulders hunch. You want to keep everything back and down nice and square. Breathing, of course, with each repetition. If that's too much, you always have the option to do your push-ups against the wall. So keep going here, using the muscles in the chest and arms. If you want to do the wall version, hands below shoulder height. Walk your feet out, straight line from the top of your head, right through to those feet. Hands below your shoulders and a little bit wider. And then same thing, bending the elbows to about 90 degrees. Just watch, you don't want to hit your head on the wall. So go nice and slow and controlled here. And then of course being mindful not to let the elbows flare up. You want them at about a 45-degree angle away from your body. So not all the way tucked in and not all the way up. About halfway between those two, just to protect the shoulders and the position of your scapula. All right, so keep going here. You got time for 1 or 2 more push-ups. Good. Lower the knees if you haven't already. And then let your chest gently fall to the floor. Just gonna lie on your tummy here. Catch your breath. And then gentle cobra. Lifting the shoulders back. Good. And then release. You're gonna press up onto all fours. Just bring your knees so they're below your hips. They can be a little wider than the hips or directly below them. And then slide the hips back, child's pose. Holding here. And we're actually gonna move back and forth between these two positions. So you're gonna push forward into cobra, so all the way through. Lift, release, push it all the way back, hips back. So just stretching out the back here. Backs of the shoulders. And you can go at your own pace here. If you want to hold for a little bit longer at end range of each of these, you're more than welcome to do so. If you want to move through a little bit quicker, you are, of course, more than welcome to do that as well. Just being mindful, you don't want any of this to feel painful. You want it to feel like work or a nice stretch that you're moving through it, but not uncomfortable in any way. All right, last one here. Pushing all the way back. Good, all right. Bring the legs over to one side and swing them right around. We're gonna go into butterfly here. Soles of the feet together. Chest nice and tall. Shoulders back, opening up through the front of the body. So you can take some nice deep breaths here. If you want to feel this stretch a little bit more, bring your feet a little bit closer to you and let your knees fall where they may. Once again, don't worry if they're up a little bit higher. Everyone has a little bit different hip mobility here, so it's quite normal. Breathing into this. All right, extend your right leg. Flex your toes back towards you. Hinge forward, feeling a stretch right up the back of that right leg. Breathing into there. If you want to reach for your toe, you can, but the important thing is that you're keeping your back nice and flat and you're hinging forward. You're not crunching forward. And the more you pull your toes back, the more you should feel that stretch. Good. Nice deep breaths here. We're trying to slow the heart rate back down. All right, gently release and switch. Opposite leg extended, flexing the toes back, leaning forward or hinging forward. So tip from the hip, as they say. Pulling those toes back. We're looking for a stretch up the back of the left leg now. All right, a couple of nice deep breaths here. Good. All right, you're gonna take one leg, you're gonna bend it over the other. Seated figure 4 today, so crossing your right leg over your left. The taller you sit or the closer you bring your legs to you, the more you should feel this stretch. So we're looking for a stretch in this hip, maybe along the outside of that bent leg. And just breathing into this. And you can even shifting back and forth here just to kind of groove deep in that right hip socket or in that bent leg hip socket. Some of us carry a lot of tension in our hips, so it's nice to kind of stretch them out a little bit just to relax and unwind. All right, gently release and switch opposite side here. Cross it over, sitting up nice and tall, flexing those toes back towards you, and then once again, you can kind of shift, just grooving deep inside that bent leg hip, or the top leg hip, however you want to look at it. All right, last 1 or 2 deep breaths here, and then we're gonna go right onto our backs. We're gonna finish off with a little twist for the low back, a nice relaxing stretch. So on your back, bringing the left knee up in towards your chest, give it a squeeze, and then bring it across your body. Feeling the stretch, maybe through that left hip, maybe through the low back. If you want to increase the stretch, you can continue anchoring that knee with your right hand, and then take your left hand back and look over your shoulder towards your left side just to increase the stretch to the middle and upper part of your spine. Just an option. This should feel nice and comfortable. Your head should be relaxed on the ground or on a cushion. Last 1 or 2 deep breaths here. And then gently release, uncurl, extend, and then bring the other knee up and towards the chest. We're going to repeat that same stretch, but just to the opposite side. So adding that gentle twist in the opposite direction. Extending the arm and looking back over the opposite shoulder to increase the stretch of the middle and upper spine. Feeling all through that hip and lower back. This should feel nice and relaxing. Breathing through it. All right, last deep breath here. And then you can slowly uncurl and gently make your way back to a seated position, whatever seated position is comfortable for you. Interlacing the fingers, reach the arms forward, just pulling those shoulder blades apart, tucking the chin, and feeling a bit of a stretch back between those shoulder blades. All right, you can hold this for as long as you need to. Thank you for joining us for Take 12 with Kate today. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit less frazzled than you were when you started this little session, and hopefully you have a fantastic day. Thanks, and hope to see you again soon. Have a great day, everybody.